Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, Living La Dolce Vita. Today is Sunday the 29th of September. So the plan for today is to sort my greenhouse out, ready for the next dose of planting. So it's a little bit untidy in here, it shouldn't take long to clean up. Anyway, so the plan is to get as much of this rubbish out, and then I'm gonna do a little experiment. So just a quick look around. There's still a couple of cucumbers coming, but I'm gonna clear all these out today. I mean, look at the size of that thing. It's a monster. I mean, I'll take it home, but I don't think it's going to taste very nice. It'll probably be quite, chances are it'll be bitter. We'll see. Oh, I've just noticed. Right, so this is a chili plant, and I've only just noticed I've got chilies coming. No, conundrum now. What to do with it? Because I was going to pull it out. I'll leave it in for the time being. See if these come to anything. Anyway, I'm digressing. So I'm planning to plant some garlic and some autumn onions in here. I've got too many of each anyway, so I'll have to plant some outside, which is, okay. But because I usually plant them in October. But I'm giving certainly the garlic a go, because apparently you'll get less rust and you get bigger bulbs. So we're going to give that a go. Now, the only thing I've got to be mindful of is there'll be a crossover when I come to plant tomato plants and cucumber plants. So I've got to be mindful of where I plant everything, so that one doesn't interfere with the other. Now, obviously, these stakes are where my tomato plants were this year. But I think I'll remeasure all of that anyway. So I've got to once I've cleaned it all out, I'll put some markers in, and then I can plant around them, so that when time comes I can plant my tomato plants, cucumber plants. I'm not going to plant as many. I had how many plants? I had 3 cucumber plants in here, and way too many, to be honest. I think 2 maximum, maybe even 1. But I'm not going to have these outdoor variety. They're alright, but I prefer the sort of what I would call the normal looking cucumbers. So I'll have 2 of those plants and leave it at that. As you can see, I'm drying seed. This is the French beans that I planted indoors. I'm not planning to do it next year. These are French. Those are the same. These are French beans down here. These are French beans down here, from a different variety. So they'll be for planting outside. And of course I've got basil in here as well, which which again I'll have to leave. And I did try and grow some aubergine, but it was a failure. So next year I'll do it hopefully a bit earlier next year, because I think it was a bit later when I planted. However, there we are. So I'm just going to pause for a minute to get to clear this out, and then we'll go from there. So without further ado, if I can just show you, I don't know if you can see most of the greenhouse. This is a before to this. So this took about half an hour, I suppose, 3/4 of an hour, somewhere around that sort of figure. yeah, so I'm going to leave this chili plant in to see what it does. I mean, it's still flowering, for goodness sakes, which is, yeah, but it's not very productive. Anyway, we'll see how that works out. I'm going to leave my, excuse me for jumping around here, leave my basil plants in, see what happens with those. These won't get in the way at the moment, so I can just leave these temporarily. I need to collect the seeds. I mean, I'm not going to need all these seeds, obviously, but better to have too many than not enough, as they say. And these are odd couple of lettuce I planted in here, so I'm going to leave these go to seed. See if I can collect the seed off these, and then I don't think they're F1s. Right, so what I'm going to do now is get some homemade compost, put along over here, all the way around, and I'm going to put some lime down as well. I've also got some wood ash in the bag over there, outside there, so I'm going to put a wood ash down as well. Apparently that's good for onions and stuff. Yeah. So we'll work that in, and then we'll get planting, and I'll have to get some markers in to see where I'm putting various plants for next year. Okay, so I'll get back to you shortly. Bye for now. Okay everybody, so a bit of real time and a bit of time lapse. So I've put in several bucket loads of homemade compost. Hopefully you can see. That was a black dustbin's worth of material. I'll show you the container shortly. And then what else do we get? Yeah, then lime, of course, and then I've put wood ash down. So, and then I also put a light scattering of sulfate of ammonia just to help feed the ground. So that's all worked in now. So all I'm going to do now is work out where my tomato plants are going to go for next year, and my cucumber plants, of course, and my aubergine plant and everything else, and then try and plant my onion sets and garlic around in such a way as to not interfere with with them in next year. What else? So something else on my mind which I can't so I haven't worked that in just yet, because I was just a little bit short of compost, and I had to take some out of another container which was absolutely full of water, so it's all really sodden. So once that dries out, I can then work that in a bit then. Now then, what was something I was thinking about? Tomato plants. Oh yes. Right, so in between the tomato plants I need to put a device called, now I know I'm going to get this wrong, but I think it's something like Oya, something like that. It's a South American device, or originated from South America, whereby you put a clay pot, an unglazed clay pot, in the ground, and then you fill it with water, and then that gradually seeps into the ground and provides water, moisture for the plants. So, and I believe that they can travel around about 12 inches, 9 to 12 inches. So in other words, if I plant one here in that spot there, that should cover those two plants there, and then similar there and similar there, etc. Now you can buy them, but I'm going to make some out of some, I don't know, what are they, 4, well, see what pots I can get and how cheap they are. 6-inch. So can't really it's hard to describe really, but if you get 2 plant pots like that sort of shape, normal plant pot shape, and you put one upside down on top of the other, glue them together so there's that sort of shape, that makes sense, and then the bottom hole you fill in with some sort of material that will go solid, and of course it's not water soluble, something like there's a material called weld or something that you can use. Anyway, that will stop the water coming out the bottom, and then they'll be buried in this area here around. So I need to make sure I leave the space so that I can put those in the ground. So the probability is that the onions and garlic will go around the back edge and the front edge around here. Yeah, so we'll see how many that gives me. I've got more than enough onions and garlic to plant outside as well, so I'm just gonna do enough in here. By the way, they're autumn planting onions, and I'll show you the variety shortly. Okay, so I'll just get myself set up and then we'll crack on. Bye for now. Okay, welcome back. So that's some of my garlic cloves to go in. I haven't decided how many I'm going to plant yet, so that's the garlic. I have got these are all autumn planting onions, so this is a red variety called Electric. This is a white onion variety called Senshiu. Japanese, obviously. Senshiu. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. There we are. That's one variety of white. The other white variety I've got is called Radar. So they're all planted the same way, so let's have a look. glasses are not very good for this small writing. Anyway, according to this, they grow 14 to 21 centimeters in width. In an ideal world, of course. Plant them from May, June, July, September onwards. So we're now virtually in October, so we're okay for that. So you plant them 6 centimeters deep, 20 centimeters apart, and they should be ready June onwards. So hopefully they'll be ready before the main crop, which I'm not quite sure when they come, but I don't wait until the tops are really brown and all the rest of it. Just, if I need an onion, I just pick it. Okay, so we'll try and get a bit of a close-up. We've got to get some markers to put where I want the various plants. Right, so I'm just going to shut off for a minute and be back with you shortly. So, let me just, you can see from there. So I'm going to put one here somewhere. How far apart are we going to be? I think that should be plenty. What's that? 1, 2, 3, about 4 inches apart, I think. Something like that. That'll do. Yeah, somewhere around over there. Now then. I think. Let's see what I think. You probably can't see from over there now. I've got out of range. Right, so that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Right. Right. Yeah, that should give me plenty for that. The rest will go outside. Right, now then, where's that? How soft is this ground, can I? I'll tell you a little story. There was a young man who wanted, actually I can do this by hand without having to faff about with that, I think. There was a young man who wanted to get into horticulture, or permaculture I should say, not well, that, obviously that's part of it. Anyway, he said, I let him give me a hand on the allotment, and anyway, so I said, oh, I'll tell you what, you can plant my garlic for me, I said, which he duly did, and I did show him. I said, don't put them up the wrong way around. So, of course, not being a very trusting person myself, I gave him a few minutes to work at it, and then came up behind him with an excuse, you know, to have a chat with him, but just to observe him. I discovered, despite me telling him how to put them in, he put them in upside down. Well, that meant I had to do every single one again. Oh, gee whiz, I couldn't believe it. You know, there we are. How do you learn? Yeah. I was quite well annoyed at the time, but tickled as well. Right, that's the garlic, and that's the left size. Right, so that's the garlic. So I'm now going to go down this way and plant some onions. discovered the drawback with putting sulphate of ammonia down. It's the ammonia smell in here is quite strong. Make me cough a bit, to be honest. Right, let's put some right, what should we do? Radar. Let's see what we get, where we get with these. So that's the garlic, so we'll put one there. 20 centimetres. What the heck is 20 centimetres in real money? 1 centimetre is half an inch, about that, so that's 10 inches. Right, okay. Oh yeah, that'll be fine. Something like that. That's not 10 inches, I know, but yeah, something like that. Right, what have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. So 2 onions a week. That will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 2 onions a week. That'll give me 3 weeks. Yeah, I think that'll be. Yeah, I think I'll be plenty. Oh, that way. The rest I will do is the other white ones. So, maybe wondering when I try and work it to what I use in a week as best I can, crops wise, because otherwise you're planting more than you really need and it's a waste of space. Right, these are Senshui. Senshui? I don't know. That's a lot. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that there so I can differentiate between those. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll do. The red ones I'll do behind me. We'll check on planting them right way up myself now. Go away, Mr. Ant. Right, there we are. Right, the only thing is oh, do you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Right, this one's going to go a bit closer, say to about there. And get that in. And come up a bit closer there. Yeah. Because I want to plant chilies in here. Right. So I want to plant some gherkins. Never does produce gherkins. And also some chilies, so I'll have to try fit those in somehow. Yeah. Right, I think that'll do for that. No, I'm not going to film the red onions now because it's just the same process. So I'll give you a little summary back. Right now. Okay, everybody. So just to finish off then, as I said, I've put 2 varieties of white onion on this back excuse me, edge here. Garlic across the back there, and red onions along the back edge there. And the theory being they'll come a lot earlier than my main crop, so obviously I can start using these as soon as they get to a good size. And that shouldn't interfere with anything else I want to put in here. As I say, I'll be putting these containers in between here somewhere. And of course that basil is right slap bang in the middle of where I want to plant it, the container. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't survive the winter, then obviously I can dig it out. What else? Yeah, aubergine, couple of cucumbers, a gherkin type. So I like pickled gherkins, and some chilies. Let's see if I can maybe able to plant chilies around in the front instead of the French beans that I did this year. Anyway, we'll see. Yeah. So I've been umming and ahhing. I don't know if I've excuse the wind. It's looking a bit grey and rainy now coming across. So I have been seriously thinking about using this patch to put a polytunnel on, which then would give me much more scope for tomato plants, etc., and chilies. Yes, whether I can afford it. Anyway, we'll see. Right, my son's okay. So my son's brought a flask of coffee over for me. I'm not going to sit in the greenhouse because the ammonia fumes in there is quite strong. May make my eyes water. So hopefully that'll disappear soon. And picked all my apples that were there because the blackbird has been coming in and eating them. Flipping useless. Craig is a monster. My button squashes are looking good. There, there's a couple down there, a monster over one over there, don't know if you can see. And this fennel I'm going to leave to go to seed because I want to see if the seed is big enough I can collect. Right, I don't want this to go on too long, which it probably is already. See you in the next one, everybody. Bye for now.